Well, hey there. I want to thank you all for joining me today. Wanted to do a unboxing video, if you will, for the animals that I picked up at the October 2023 NARBC Tinley Park show. Today is Monday. It's the day after the show. Wanted to actually give these two little ones a chance to settle in for the night before I put them through the stress of actually going through an unboxing video. So my intentions going up there was to add to my leopard gecko breeder colony, and I was hoping to find something to help me get into a Black Knight project. Unfortunately, my budget wasn't such that I could really buy a quote-unquote pure Black Knight. Hate to say that, but everybody marks them as pure Black Knight when really it is a line of Black Knight. I didn't have the budget to buy a male. I have a female, an F1 generation, and just did not have a male that I found in my price range. So that's going to have to wait till another day. But what I did pick up were two others. And these guys are amazing geckos. I got them from Brett at B&M Gecko, which is where I've gotten several of my breeders from. If you get the opportunity, check them out. bnmgecko.com. He has some amazing animals that are available. Brett is also just a wonderful individual. He spent a lot of the day answering people's questions, and lots of times there were people who have never bought anything from him. So check him out. A little shout out there for you, Brett. All right, so let's get to this. So my first one that I have is a melanistic crossed Max Snow 100% het eclipse small het trimper, or small percentage het trimper, Black Knight and Pied Line Galaxy. So it is a female, hatched on March 9th, and I'm just going to tell you, she's a bit of a runner. So we're going to try to get her, and hopefully the lights from the camera doesn't throw her off. We're going to try to get her on camera, and hopefully her colors really show through. So let me get her out for you. And hopefully she'll cooperate and sit here. Yep, she's going to try to run away. Okay. Okay, she'll settle down here in a second. But she is just absolutely gorgeous. She does not like the camera light and the infrared that's coming from the cameras. Hopefully her lavenders show through. She's got a lot of lavenders on her back. Her head has a lot of black spots, but some beautiful gray, green in there. And her bands are yellow. She has a ton of black in her. So I really think once I get a good high quality Black Knight, that she is going to be a great mix for that project. I'm just totally happy with her. I think she's just absolutely gorgeous. I know to a lot of you, she's probably going to look just like a normal leopard gecko. And back in the late 80s, early 90s, when I first got into leopard geckos, most of mine that I had looked just like this. They had the heavy lavenders. They were just absolutely gorgeous. But that was back before anybody actually started breeding for really any of the morphs. There was simply just jungle and high yellow back then. So now we'll put her back, and hopefully she won't freak out and try to run on me. I'm going to have to do a little work with her to calm her down, but she is gorgeous. All right, and the next one here, He is a blood Halloween cross, second generation, 66% head eclipse. This is my second male that I'm adding to the mix. And I have some darker tangerines that I'm going to actually pair him with next season. And I got to tell you, when I went to Brett's table and I saw this one there, I intended to buy a different one. He had a Black Knight Clown Cross. It also had some charcoal in it. And that's the one I actually went there to buy. And when I saw this one, I just couldn't pass it up. And Brett's like, yeah, well, Mark, he doesn't even look as good as he normally does. Wait till you see him when he fires up. The oranges and the reds that come through on his back is amazing. And I thought, well, I can put the Black Knight project on hold a little bit. Honestly, my female needs to grow up a little bit. And as you've seen with the one that I just showed you, she's got some growing to do as well. So I figured I could put the Black Knight project on hold for just a little bit. And maybe my budget will get there and the price will continue to come down on them. And I can get a quote-unquote pure Black Knight male that's really dark to have that project going. But let's introduce you to this guy. Now, he's not quite as much of a runner, although he may not like the light very much. But you can see, if we start at the tail, you can see he has very, very dark spots. His black is very, very dark. Has a little bit of carrot tail. I don't know, maybe a fourth of tail that is carrot. Come up to the back, and the back has this, what almost looks like Cheeto dust that's been sprinkled on him in a cross pattern, which I don't know. I think that's really cool. I think it's amazing to have a gecko that has a cross on his back. But when you look at his bands on his back, he has lavender in them. The orange fades to like an emerine, and the lavender shows up in there. His head, he is a Halloween mask, so he has a bright yellow head, and the black dots on his head are very, very strong. He does have the white paws, but he is 66% het for Eclipse, which I know a lot of people are not fans of Eclipse. I honestly like Eclipse. I especially like what it does to some of the eye effects that it gives. I'm a big fan of Snake Eye, which this guy does not have. But I kind of like the white feet too. I think that's kind of cool. Kind of reminds me of them wearing socks, which I don't know. It's kind of a cool thing. But he is just a stunner. He's a pretty good sized boy, as you can see. And he is actually about a year and a half, 2 years old. So he is prime age for breeding season next season. But as you can see, he's actually pretty friendly. He's definitely not as much a runner as the first one that I showed you. I have not come up with names for these guys yet. I'll tell you, most of my names that I've been given to my leopard geckos have been, well, from Game of Thrones. And I'm really not sure if I want to continue that or not. I think maybe what I'll do is say, you know what? Comment down below what you think the two names should be, and tell me, out of these two geckos, which one is your favorite? So, once again, please like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and if you would share this video, that would be great. We really need the YouTube algorithm to, push us out to more people so they can see our content and we can grow this channel. So, I guess all I can say is love what you do and enjoy who you're doing it with.